Hello, hello! Bl'Art here with Blue Pulse, the Fujin Heretics Shinryu fight. Almost said Lufenia plus, old habits die hard. We have a team here of Paine, Gabrant, and Sephiroth. Before we get too deep into it, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, you know the drill, ring that notification bell, the whole 9 yards. We're very close to 900 subscribers, which is feeling like a pretty big milestone. Really appreciate the support as always, and hope you enjoy the content. So what we got going on here? I mentioned in my other video, I mentioned Paine in passing as a character who, at the moment, feels a little hard to justify in a team because, mechanically, she doesn't do that much beyond, I guess, her LD's utility and then just numbers. And well, I said that and then thought to myself, you know what? It's been a while since I've used Paine. I don't think I've touched her since her C90, and she's a really fun character to play, so I'll try her here. I'll bring her here and see how it goes. And it turns out it goes pretty well. Gabrant and Sephiroth, I mean, that's a no-brainer. Gabrant, of course, is synergy, so he's going to look tremendous here, and Sephiroth is just really, really good right now. But you'll notice I'm actually doing something a little unusual with Paine. I have her on the right side. I think most people, myself included, usually put Paine all the way on the left because 40% Brave Gain up is just fantastic on a no BT unit. However, in this fight with this team against this boss, what I actually wanted was I wanted the HP damage up and the mitigation that the right side provides because it cuts their Brave damage, Brave Gain, and HP damage resistance in half. Which is pretty handy. You can see here, they're not going to break us unless like someone's at 0 Brave, which is not really hard for Paine and Sephiroth to end up at. So it'll happen a few times, but we're mostly going to be pretty safe from breaks. And this is handy just because the only ways these guys can really threaten us outside of force time would be like some kind of nasty, break into HP attack type situation. As for the force time itself, we're going to have to do some jiggery pokery to get through it, because this team has no healing. And with that Brave floor, it can be pretty spooky. My first couple of runs of this with this team, Gabrant's HP damage mitigation was not enough to stop them from just like chunking us for more damage than we could handle with the HP requirement. So we're actually going to bring in a little techie trick here. The Bart's base call. And here we go. Gabrant FR, best FR animation in the game, fight me. I think I say that every time. I should probably come up with a different pattern for that. But it is a great animation. We're using the Bart's base call there to enchant wind in order to cancel their FR. This means we've timed it perfectly. You notice I was occasionally breaking out of order. I was trying to position them so that they went right after Gabrant, so they can take as many turns as possible while his FR is up, just to shoot through their force time in a state where they can't actually hurt us. If I wanted to be cutesy, I could have brought Pandemonium and done this twice by using Gabrant's FR in the summon, probably at the tail end of it. But, why waste a whole summon phase just to cancel an FR enemy force time that isn't that problematic? We're going to be saving Gabrant's burst for the second FR we're going to use. Spoilers, we have to use 2 FRs to get through this with this team. It is no Camelot, Tidus, whatever shenanigans. I think I used 2 FRs in my Camelot run too, though. So these are beefy boys. These are beefy wyverns, Drago, Flumen Dracos, I think they're called. But anyway, here we go. The Gabrant FR into Sephiroth BT true combo. That is just a fantastic little pairing you can make right there. And Paine's here too. Paine's helping out. Really, Paine could have been any character. I misremembered and thought that her right side lowered the HP damage the enemy dealt. And I thought that would synergize well with the Gabrant, but it turns out it lowers their Brave damage. Also, the Brave gains too, which is handy because these guys have a lot of Brave regen. But when they're in their force time, they're going to hit that floor, and that floor is scary. So we actually have a couple of mitigation calls to deal with the second time they go into force time. We'll just let them take their turns naturally and kind of let that play out. There might have been some kind of aggressive way I could have cheesed it. Like I said, Enchanting Wind again on Gabrant the second time would have done the trick, but I already used Fujin Call like twice, I think, so I wanted to do a run that doesn't feature Fujin anywhere on the team. I mean, yes, it uses the featured BT character. It's not like, oh, challenge run or anything. It's not a challenge run. It just, I wanted to do something that didn't have Fujin in it. So, the handy thing in this case about bringing Bart's Call, which we're going to get to in probably longer than I'll be able to talk about it, is in addition to being able to enchant the FR user with Wind to deal with their force time, it also gives us a handy LDCA button to press once they hit that 50% mark and get that aura that requires they take wind damage. The handy thing about Gabron Sephiroth, they have a bunch of poison on this team, and so, as you can see here, even though we're getting kind of broken because we don't really have a whole lot of battery on the team outside of Gabron, they're still being kind of drained to a point where they're not going to HP attack us. You'll see with Sephiroth, I've been using Fervent Blow here and there. Octaslash almost always does more damage, but my thinking was, I mostly was just trying to weave Fervent Blows in here and there, mostly when their FR gauge was relatively low, because they get Brave Damage resistance, and I wanted to just use the more Brave Damaging move when they have low Brave Damage resistance, and then rely more on Octaslash as the Brave Damage goes up. That was kind of the thinking there. Like right now, because they can't be broken, no critical hits outside of, Paine's guaranteed critical hits, now I'll be spamming Octaslash even more because it's mostly a Brave Gain attack. So we're trying to figure out what to do here. We're going to go ahead and drop Raijin Call. I actually am going to goof up. Because for one thing, I didn't realize that Raijin LDCA heals. So you can see there, it overheals us slightly because I don't know if Raijin overheals naturally or if he just has like one of those like Rude style HP plus passives or something. I don't know. Mechanically speaking, it doesn't really matter. The important thing is we have a slight overheal now, which is handy because as you can see here, that Brave Floor is definitely in effect, and despite Gabronth being here, I don't want to blow his BT effect during their force time, or BT, because that's a lot of damage loss, I feel. So we're going to greedily not press it, and we're going to actually take a little bit of damage here, just a little bit. Thanks to that overheal, though, it's going to keep us from going below the HP requirement for the stage. That said, it does put the Fear of God into me a little bit, and it causes me to make a pretty stupid misplay, which totally could have been avoided had I just done my calls in reverse order. I'm going to pull out Reno Pyramid here, except if you check the debuffs, because I hadn't removed his EX, we've just clogged up our slots and did not get Pyramid, so we're going to be taking that to the face, and that's going to be kind of annoying. We're going to just battery up and look at it and say, okay, we have one turn of force time left, they're going to hit Gabron, that's probably not going to push him below the HP requirement, and now they're out of force time, and once again being drained into a point from the poisons to, where they can't hurt us anymore. So that was the second enemy force time. I'm going to hop into the Sephiroth BT phase now. Was waiting for their force time to expire to do this so that we can take advantage once again of their reduced Brave damage resistance. Reduced reductions. Stupid. Obviously, the ideal here would be to go in with a free skill from his EX. Because we don't have that, I'm actually going to use the AA instead of like an HP attack, because I figured just getting a little attack boost to improve his battery and stuff like that, since he has all these attack-based Brave gains, is probably better than a single HP dump. Or might be 2 HP dumps, I forget, but oh god, I said HP dump, didn't I? Signweb's gonna kill me. Shit. Damn it. Shoot. Well, there's no recovering from that. Credibility destroyed. I'm trying to say HP attack more. I think that, the whole Brave dump, HP dump thing, it's semantics. Brave dump is the correct answer. It's the correct name for it, but I think just saying HP attacks is kind of a cleaner solution, isn't it? Anyway. Here we have a 2 HP attack. I'm a little annoyed at realizing that Gabronth's BT is a single target with no splash. I think I would have just liked some splash on it. Single target is fine because it kind of synergizes well with his FR, because you can break, if they're both unbroken, you're not breaking both of them, you can let his next, whoever goes after him, break the other target. Or you could just do what I do and run Sephiroth BT alongside Gabronth. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. At some point, I'm probably going to try running Gabronth without Sephiroth just to see what it's like, see how he maybe drives his own FR phase in his BT, something like that, but I don't know. I'm going to miss not having million damage Octaslashes and stuff if I do that, I think. Wahoo, that was pretty good. What, 10 million damage EX? So you see here, we saved the Bahamut phase for, we were using Bahamut here, partly for the attack down, partly for the break bonus of Gabronth, of course. And partly because we have a bunch of EXs in a row now, and that's great for taking advantage of that force time. So there we go, we're at 2%. I think we got this, guys. 68 turns, hostess turn count there. But yeah, that about wraps it up. Paine performed quite well here, obviously. I think there are a number of units who could have slotted in instead of her, but I enjoyed using Paine. That was a lot of damage. And here we have it. So, that's probably my last run of this fight. I'll probably see you for Tier 10 Transcendence. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next video. Adios.